Welcome back to Orcs Must Die, and we continue to play each level as if we are playing for the first time and getting 5 skulls on it. So, here we go. The next level is Rebirth, and if you're wondering why the game is in French, it's because I'm practicing my French. So what do we need to do in order to get 5 skulls? Well, we need to not to die, not to let any orcs through, and we need to complete the level at a certain time, which we don't know, so we have to do this as quickly as possible. And I just skip the cutscene because it's unnecessary for our purposes. So there you go. So here we go. So let's look at what we have. Here we have the doors that the orcs are already trying to break through. And then we have a pretty big hole here, which is not so good for kind of killing off orcs because, you know, they pretty much love a lot of space. The trap's not going to be able to do much. But here we have a bit of a more narrower space with a good low ceiling. And that's where we're going to set up some traps here for sure. Now, here's a rift. And then we go here again and look what we have. Well, we have another door. We have 3 doors here actually, and through these doors orcs are not trying to break through. And here we have some seating. Here we can put up some stuff. Here we have walls that the orcs will be running towards, so a very good place for the arrow walls. And then we also have this narrow point here as a choke point that we can put stuff in. And we also have a lava bucket here, by the way. So on this side it's pretty much the same, except there's an acid bucket on this side, but everything else wise it's pretty much the same. And so looking through these things, it's quite clearly that we want to set up the traps here and we want to set up traps here, right? And that's where we're going to try to stop the orcs, because here we have quite a bit of the corridor that we can kind of constantly retreat down and kill off the orcs as they come through. Here we don't have that much of a capacity, but we have a place to really consider the traps here, because once the orcs get past the staircase, well, once they are here on the stairs here, there's not much we can do because this place begins to widen and there's not much we can do with traps. So first of all, we're gonna pick the weavers. We're gonna pick the weaver of knowledge here. It's the first time she becomes available, and we're gonna do the first thing. We're gonna do the $800 for each time we shoot an orc in the head. We get our accuracy back. It's not extremely useful, but we're picking it because we want to also get the following. We want to get here. Each time we kill orcs with a spell, we get double the money. And that's what we want. We want to use this in order to kind of gain the necessary income to do stuff against the orcs, to build up the traps on those 2 places, because we're gonna need a lot of traps. Alright. So we have that. Let's look at the weaponry. And before we do that, let's look at the enemies. We got the regular orcs, the crossbow orcs, the ogres, the gnolls that will be hunting us down. Not that much to worry about because they're not going for the rift itself, they're just trying to go after us, so you know it's easier that way. And we are seeing the shamans, the hobgoblin shamans for the first time. They are a bit annoying because they're able to resurrect fallen enemies, which includes resurrecting other hobgoblin shamans. So you know they can do this kind of a carousel thing of resurrecting each other. Very annoying. So weaponry wise, we're gonna get the blade staff. We are going to get the fire gauntlets and the ice amulets. Those are going to be used against the ogres and the gnolls. The ice amulet, we're gonna stop them, and then we're gonna be killing them off with the arrows. So it's blade staff. If it comes to it, then we're gonna have the tar traps, the wall arrows, because we do have walls into which the orcs will be running. We're gonna then pick up the swinging mace, the electrical seating trap, and the floor scorchers. We're not gonna pick up anything for this section because this became available after I finished this level already. There you go. So that's kind of what we have here. So this should be good to start off with. And we're not gonna set up any traps. The reason is because I want to kind of concentrate the traps here or in that other room there, because that's, you know, those are the sections that we want the orcs to be attacking, to going into the traps. And here instead we are just going to be holding the orcs off ourselves using magic to get as much money out of the orcs as possible. So here we go. We start off and we're gonna be using magic to do so. Then we're gonna kill off any orcs and any of those goblins. And we try to use magic as much as possible in order to get as much of income as possible out of the orcs. We're gonna try to get through and kind of kill out those goblins. There it is, the shaman, because they are extremely annoying. So far, the other places is holding it up. Good. Now the shaman have nobody to redirect. And now we're gonna start burning the works. Now, if you notice something that is worth noticing immediately is that shamans cannot resurrect if there is no body. So burning up enemies or freezing them up and having the enemies being chopped to pieces is actually what we want to have happen, because that's what kind of prevents the shamans from bringing them back and becoming a problem again. So now let's fortify one of the entrances. Because now the orcs are coming through this entrance here, and they're also coming through that entrance there, right? They might come through here, but like we have quite a bit of a place here and so on, so we can wait, hopefully. But here we don't have the capacity to do so, so we can't kind of split ourselves up in these two doors, that one and this one, so we have to fortify. And we're going to go ahead and put up quite a few traps. So like I said, we want to, well, these traps will kill the orcs, they're not going to destroy them completely. So we are going to go ahead and put up scorchers, because that will definitely destroy the orcs. Right, so that's scorchers from all sides, and then we also can do the following. We can put in a bit of a tar trap here also to kind of slow down the orcs, and the sealing traps here. Good. Stand. And the orcs are coming through this door, so there you go. We're coming through one door so far. Alright, good. Let's quickly round back. We want to do another upgrade. This upgrade here from the Weaver allows us to get mana back whenever traps kill orcs. A very useful thing, I would say. And orcs are going to be coming through this door now because they came through the other door, so sequence-wise good. And we're going to use the fact that we do, try to kill off orcs with magic for purposes of getting as much of income as possible out of them. So I'm just gonna go ahead, put in a few other things here. And it's time to run back because orcs are coming through. And I got no defenses on this side, right? bit stressful, but we managed to hold off the orcs because they do get focused on us when we are standing here. So now we need to think about it. So there's two things we can do. We can put all the money towards fortifying the other side, right? We can finish fortifying this side, or we can fortify the other side, the other entrance. I hope that that's gonna be enough, and then kind of focus on the orcs coming through here for all our, to kind of destroy them. Or we just close off this area. And closing off this area is actually pretty cheap if you think about it. That's what I'm going to do. So, killing off the orcs here is we have a pretty constrained area. The reason I don't want to kind of do it both this sides and just leave this side open and concentrate here, defending myself. Simple reason is that I don't want to run back and try to deal with anything that somehow makes it through. That's gonna be a problem. So, since it's pretty cheap, since we have to just fortify this little area here, I would rather fortify here and save all the cash from the other areas. And we are going to go ahead and do this, and we're also going to go ahead and put up some tar traps here to slow the orcs down. Let's go ahead, stand here now. Get it down. Alright, I think there was not that many orcs there. So we can just focus here. And gain money from this orc actually.
Comme de l'herbe à chat, mais pour orc. On va s'amuser.
He's not resurrecting his buddies. Come on. Oh, yes he did. So now we're going to do another upgrade from the keeper. Not the keeper, weaver. And this is going to be this one, which is this upgrade here. Pretty much turns the portal into a kind of a trappy thing, because it's now able to shoot lightning at the enemies as well. And it's gonna upgrade here stuff for that side, because I want that side to hold out the enemies as much as possible. Good. So as you can see, now we have this area closed. This area just needs a bit more tar traps to close it off, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to put up the tar traps and hope that this is going to be pretty much sufficient in this case to deal with all the enemies that are coming through. So now we just need to really deal with enemies that are coming through here. Focus is on destroying the enemies so they cannot be resurrected. There you go, that will do it. Here we go. And we got a ogre coming through. you can see the portal was actually doing a bit of defending, and there you go, 5 skulls. Pretty good, pretty well. A bit of stressful at one point where we were pretty low on health, but in the end, you know, we managed to pull through. And if you look at stats wise, we didn't have that much time left in terms of the safety margin to get 5 skulls, but you know, we still got through, we got them. I think the way to do so, you know, if you want to do it faster and to get a bit more of a safety margin, the approach would have been is to kind of approach the enemies faster and deal with them quicker using magic. Right? I was a bit stuck on the other side of location sometimes, putting up the traps, which kind of dealt problems in terms of, well, not dealt problems to me, but kind of pretty much ate up a bit sort of time when I could have been destroying orcs in that case. And of course, that situation where the orcs almost killed me, that it took quite a bit of time for me to kill them off also. So, you know, again, I wasted a bit of time there. Anyway, thank you for watching and for listening. If you like this video, please like it. If you didn't like it, don't like it. And please subscribe and follow and continue watching.